Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is Lollyman16 here again for another Dragon Ball Super episode review. This one is on episode 74. Japanese title, of course, Aitsuru Mono no Tameni, Fukushu no Great Saiyaman. And that, of course, translates to for those he likes, or loves rather, the indomitable great Saiyaman. This episode, guys, was the continuation of last week's movie type thing where we have the whole Gohan in a movie with the Great Saiyaman stuff. Yeah, this episode's the continuation of that, and this episode was actually pretty interesting. I thought it was actually better than last week. So we start off with Jocko, of course, and he's wondering, about Watagashi, and he thinks that Watagashi is Gohan, but Gohan takes his helmet off after Jocko fires this huge beam from his spaceship. Basically, I think he calls it like a microcosm cannon or something. Anyway, so he fires a really big beam for this, and it hits Gohan, or actually, it almost hits Gohan. Gohan dodges it, and so Gohan takes his helmet off to show Jocko that he is not the Watagashi and that he is the son of Son Goku. And Jocko's saying like he is some pretty funny dialogue. Jocko's saying like you're the mediocre son of Son Goku, and he's kind of scolding Gohan about his outfit, the Great Saiyaman suit. And so anyway, after this whole exchange, Gohan and Jocko come to the conclusion that they don't want to get Goku involved for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's probably just so the Toei staff can get Goku out of this episode. But anyway, besides that, afterwards we have a scene with Coco and Barry Karn, and they're talking about, or actually, Barry Karn is actually doing a whole setup. He's really jealous that Gohan got to play in the movie, so what he's gonna do here is he's telling Coco to invite Gohan over to her house, and for practice for the movie, for the lines, their dialogue and stuff. But he's actually setting it up so that there's a whole jealousy thing. Let me explain. So after this, right, Gohan goes to Coco's house. Coco is telling Gohan, and some more interesting lines. Coco is saying to Gohan like, "Oh, you're the son of aliens. You're the great Saiyaman, all that kind of stuff. And what can a talentless idol like myself can't possibly make it." And anyway, it's just a whole ruse to get for setting up for later. So Gohan and Coco eventually go to the rooftop of her house to practice lines, and after this, I think there's a whole night of practice with the lines for the movie. And after this, Barry Karn is waiting with his camera. He's over about a couple of houses away. He's kind of watching them between the bushes, and he's got his camera out. And as dawn breaks, Gohan wants to return home, but Coco, she actually goes up and she basically what happens here is she kisses him, right? So after she does this, Barry Karn takes photographs of it and shows Videl the next day, and this is some really great character moments for Videl, because what happens here is Videl sees the photos, but she rips them up, saying, Gohan is not that kind of man, he is my husband, and whatnot. Really great character moments for Videl here, I thought, showing that she really supports Gohan, and she really cares about Gohan, and she knows that Gohan is not that kind of a person to cheat on her and kind of stuff. So, again, a very kind of different episode of Dragon Ball Super. It's not the kind of Dragon Ball episode you would expect normally with all the climactic action and stuff. That happens, but it happens later on in the episode. So I believe the next day, what happens here is, I guess Barry Karn is visiting Gohan's house for some reason, and the Watagashi finds him and infects him as well, and it makes Barry Karn much stronger. He breaks into the wall of Gohan's house, and he starts to basically intimidate and endanger Pan and Videl. So Gohan has to step in, and he goes to fight Barry Karn or Watagashi. But okay, so they have this little exchange here, and then after this whole sequence, Barry Karn leaves some kanji or Japanese text on Gohan's wall saying, uh, meet me, or he's talking to Saiyaman, meet me at the TV station tomorrow. So Gohan vows to get vengeance for endangering Pan, so he goes over to the TV station, and here's a great Easter egg, guys. At the TV station, we have it, I guess the animation staff put it in to where the TV station looks just like the Fuji TV station. So, really cool Easter egg type of thing there. So after this, we have Gohan versus the Watagashi, and Barry Karn has now evolved. The Watagashi has now evolved to where he's this giant blue monster. Really strange stuff. The monster powers up and it starts to actually kick Gohan's ass. I will say, Gohan gets beaten up pretty badly, which may make Gohan fans pretty salty. I ain't gonna lie, guys. But after this, we have some really cool dialogue from Videl again, saying that Gohan's never gonna give up. As long as Pan and Videl are there, he will never give up. And as this happens, Gohan is, he's being beaten up, and he's kind of in space in the atmosphere. And what happens here, he gains some courage, and he powers up to his Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan form, and he comes back down to Earth, firing a Kamehameha at the monster that is Barry Karn, and he defeats him. And really, really cool stuff here. Jocko takes Barry Karn and the Watagashi safely away, and so yeah, that's that sequence. And then after this, we get some small stuff with Gohan, Videl, Pan, Chi-Chi, and Goku. Interestingly enough, Goku. They're at the movies and they're watching the Great Saiyaman movie. What we set up yesterday. Excuse me, not yesterday. Last week with the Great Saiyaman movie with Mr. Satan, that kind of movie. So, anyway, they're watching that. Chi-Chi is marking out, if you will, if you want to call it that, about her son being in that movie. And after this, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that Goku was asleep during this time. So, typical Goku stuff. And that's pretty much it of this episode. I thought it was a really interesting one, way better than last week, because we get some really good character development for Videl and Gohan alike. And if you were to ask me, how has Gohan or Videl, for that matter, improved in this episode, I'd say yeah. It's brought their relationship, both them and Pan, together more, and that's what I really like. Not very much action, just some beatdown of Gohan, but in the end, Gohan fires the Kamehameha and defeats the Watagashi. I'm kind of actually surprised that Gohan had to go Super Saiyan for the fight, considering, Gohan should be strong enough to take on Watagashi, but, whatever. It's just a kind of a slice of life filler kind of stuff. Good conclusion to the mini arc, and next week we're gonna get Goku training with Kuririn, with Muten Roshi, or Master Roshin, for those who, if you know him in the dub. So I'm really surprised about that, and I'm really hyped for this one, because hey, Krillin, it's really good to see him again, and I'm really glad that the writers at Toei or Toriyama, either one, they're showing some other characters some good screen time before the arc, before the universe survival arc. And can't wait, guys. So let me know in the comments your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.